Want to thank everyone for joining us as we get ready to get the matchup between Hexx and Blueprint underway. So the records in our Monday-Wednesday men's major league for Hexx and Blueprint. Hexx is 5-5 in the league right now with a +1 run differential. Blueprint 3-6 with a -14 run differential. Just getting set right now before this matchup between Hexx and Blueprint. A couple late arrivers here for the game. Luckily, the first game ended after 5 innings, so plenty of time here for both teams to get settled. Plenty of time for me to get myself settled up here too, which is absolutely great. As Oscar says, hey, let's go. Got a good matchup here. Hexx with a bye in the first round of the No Glove Nationals tournament. Blueprint also with a berth into the tournament. Gonna have a bracket draw here tomorrow. And it looks like as we wait to get this game started, I just got an Alexa request for my first live viewers. It feels like forever ago, but Blueprint was one of the first games that we did. We had Hexx out here as well. And our visitors, Chris and Noel, want to shout them out watching at home right now. Hope you find everything you're looking for on Amazon. Now the Alexa thing makes sense. Sometimes you got to set it up. Both teams head towards their dugouts. Got to share the love. We've got some loyal viewers. Want to thank everyone for joining us as we have some people hopping into the broadcast right now. You can watch us over on twitch.tv/PDOFP. We've got a very active chat room, some fun emotes, all sorts of stuff, commands you can have some fun with in the middle of the broadcast. We've also got a live broadcast going over on YouTube at the Park District of Forest Parks channel. We've also got a live broadcast going on Facebook at PDOFP. And if that weren't enough, we've got one going over on Twitter at PD Forest Park. So if you're looking to watch some of the greatest game on dirt, you can head to one of those 4 outlets and check out this great matchup between Blueprint and Hexx as we get ready to get underway. Looks like we made some folks happy at home with that shout out. Lockport Chris and his funky bunch. If you're watching at home and you have any questions, feel free to jump in the chat. I will be monitoring that chat during the game. If you see me get distracted, it's like shiny things going by. That's how I feel when I see the chat get going, but that's okay. I like to interact with all of you. If it weren't for all of you out here with me, I would just be talking to myself, and not like that would stop me even if I had 0 viewers. But I'm glad you've all chosen to spend the evening with me here at the beautiful Park District of Forest Park softball fields. Cheers to everyone watching at home. If you want to give a shout out to a friend or a family member, just ask a question, something general, entertainment, music, movies. I'm your guy. I'm here to talk to you about anything for this next hour as we get ready to get this game underway. It's a mixed bag for me, Hawk. Sometimes the voices do well and we have a great game like we did in the first one, and then sometimes embarrassing things happen like today on the Irish Bear Show. I had probably my worst Freudian slip yet. But while we mention them before we get this game started, head over to YouTube. If you want any Chicago Bears coverage, you can search the Irish Bear Show, one of which I am a co-host of, and get all of your Chicago Bears fix as we are just a couple weeks away from training camp, starting the same day as our play-in game. So that's Irish Bear Show over on YouTube. As we've got our catcher waving to the crowd. I mean, basically, we've got a lot of people asking what I said on the Irish Bear Show. I was reading the word poop on my screen as I was saying you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. And let's just let your imaginations figure the rest of that out. It's okay, though. I declare bankruptcy because you can just declare it. So the second baseman, Brian, leading off for Hexx. Good strike there from Wise, the Blueprint pitcher. Brian to the left side. Is that one going to stay fair? It lands just about a foot left of the foul line, just off your screen. Give you a little better vantage point over to the left side. Get that pole out of your screen on the right. For those of you looking for a video clip, I'll go through. I'll be in Kentucky this weekend. I'll have some quiet time. I will make sure to clip that if it's not clipped already. It was bad. I rolled with it. That is a ball off the plate to Brian. That's okay. Sometimes you just got to roll with it. Hits this one to the left side. Left fielder Rivers slides and makes the catch up against his hip for the first out. So Brian pushing it to the right side. Rivers says not today, and that's a quick first out. Here's Jordan, short center. It's a high fly ball to the left side. Rivers going back, drops the ball with his hands outstretched, gets it back in. Jordan stopping over at third. A good job by Jordan. Didn't hustle out of the box, but as he saw that ball carrying, he definitely turned the speed up. Ends up at third base on the drop ball by Rivers. Rivers got his hands on it. Looked like he was going to make a clean catch. Number 34, the catcher, Al, coming up. That one hits just on the plate, about a millimeter deeper. That one might be a strike. Al hits that one to center field in front of Brewer. That's going to score Jordan. And Al has the RBI single. See a question in the chat about how many levels of softball we have. I'll get to that in between the innings for you. High fly ball tailing towards the center fielder. Brewer under it, makes the catch, gets it back in. Al stays at first, no tag. Fly out to left, fly out to center. You've guessed it. Just need the fly out to right to complete the trifecta. The extra hitter, Eric, number 5. Going to see what he can do about that. Hits this one to the left side and out of play. I see some new names popping up in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here on this beautiful Wednesday evening at the Park District of Forest Park. Wise with the pitch. This one hit to the left side, off the hands and hauled in by Bromlow for the third out. So 1 run comes across for Hexx. Going into the bottom of the first. Blueprint coming up. So to answer your question, Pat, here in Forest Park, we have our Monday, Wednesday men's 16-inch major league. We also have an A-League, co-ed league, a 14-inch league, and then a women's league. And then there's also B leagues that go around. Lots of tournaments right now working on, working out those lower levels. Some of those teams getting berths up. For us, a couple of these teams in the No Glove Nationals have absolutely been performing at the top level in some of these A leagues. They've gotten berths into the tournament, so they'll be playing up. Some of them have held their own in some of these major league or A tournaments. So it'll be interesting to see a lot of fresh faces in the tournament this year, some old faces. As you saw, those top 8, a lot of very familiar names, especially if you've been watching these broadcasts. So Brewer leading off here for Blueprint. This one hit to the left side. Pops fields it cleanly, fires it across. He's going to be safe. Good job by Brewer there. Pops field it, ranging over, his weight carrying him over to third. You got to believe that was the difference between the mustard on that ball. So Johnson steps up. There's a strike. It's this one over to Pops. Pops over to Jordan. Jordan over to first. Bingo, bango, bongo. That's a double play. So good job there by Pops. Wasn't able to get the out on the leadoff hitter. Ends up with a double play there. 6-10-3. So the lefty London steps in, takes a strike. Hits this one over to the left side. That's going to fall in front of Ben. London looking at second. Ben gets it in quickly. London's going to stop at first. So 2-out single there from the number 3 hitter brings up Bronlow. There's a strike in the well. Ball just a little bit deep. Not sure if you can see it on your screens. We've got some bubbles flying across the park right now. Bronlow hits this one over his head. That's going to land right in front of Ben. Smart move by Ben there, as we've seen some bad bounces over on that left side in the outfield. Would hate to play that one aggressive, and it kicks off and allows London to take a couple extra bases. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. Rivers, the left fielder, stepping up. Put some dirt on his hands, wipes off the sweat. That one drifts a little bit, ball inside. Rivers takes a strike. Hits this one, an absolute missile into the left center gap. That one's cut off by Mike. Bronlow coming around third to score. Good heads-up play there by the shortstop to come across for the run on the RBI double from Rivers. That was an absolute P missile off the bat of Rivers. Got to the outfield in a hurry. One hit up the middle, fielded by Jordan, fires it over, but he's going to be safe. And a good heads-up play there by Rivers. Kept the train in motion as Smith beat it out at first. Mike unable to turn and make the throw home, and that's 3 runs now for Blueprint. That was a really good job by Rivers. Got to third as that ball was getting thrown over and just never stopped. So here's the pitcher, Wise, the lefty, takes a strike. Still 2 outs, the first 2 batters for Blueprint. So everything's been after 2 here in this first inning. 2 strikes to Wise. Words of affirmation from his catcher. Very smooth pump fake. Wise hits it back up the middle over to Jordan. Jordan steps on second. A close play, but he's out. And after 1 inning, Blueprint claims the lead. They've got a 3-1 lead heading into the second. Mentioned that I'll be in Kentucky this weekend, actually officiating my cousin's wedding, so that's exciting. Only driven through Kentucky, never been to Kentucky. Been through it, not to it. That's going to change this weekend. Ordained by the Church of the Latter-day Dude. I've got the Big Lebowski cardigan and everything. Fun fact, my cousin, raised very close to me like a little sister. The one who started calling me dude as a small child. So you can thank her for all of this. Because all my screen names before I was the dude were absolutely terrible. This one hit to the left side, but caught by Bronlow. That was the center fielder, Mike. Quick first out for Hexx. believe the gig, I'm getting paid in a gold fanny pack, which adds to my collection. Have most colors, do not have gold. There's a strike. First baseman Mike, back-to-back Mikes here. Hits this one to the left side in front of Rivers. Fires it into second. There's a single for Mike. So that went off the plate. Good look. As you can hear, Johnson trying to will that one to a strike. High fly ball to right field. Smith under it. Makes the catch. No tag there from Mike, and that's 2 outs. Another lefty, number 2, Ben, stepping in. Busy inning for him last inning. You can hear Johnson trying to influence the call. It sounds good. This one hit another fly ball to right field. Deep. Smith ranging back, turns around, makes the catch for the 3rd out, and nothing doing for Hexx here in the top of the 2nd inning. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. Blueprint coming up. Want to thank everyone for joining us on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you're in the chat and you see something that comes from PDOFP, PD Forest Park, or Restream, that's coming directly from us. If you see something coming from anyone else offering an alternate stream or an alternate view, 4K, or whatever, please ignore it. That is not us. I can assure you anything in the chat not coming from PDOFP or Restream, which is the service that we use to stream these games, is not coming from us. So please, please don't click it. If you do, enter at your own risk. As this one hit up the middle, no risk with that, and that's a single for Cochran. There's a strike. I believe this is Riley stepping up to the plate. Hits this one over to left field. Ben makes the catch for the out. We've got 1 out, runner on first. Go through in between one of these innings. I'll pop up the No Glove Nationals field for all of our teams getting ready in just 3 weeks to see if they can claim the title of the Forest Park 16-inch No Glove Nationals champion. That's coming up July 28th through the 31st with our play-in games on July 22nd. About 30 games here on Field 1. I'll be calling all of them. This one hit to the right side. That's going to be a single. So while you may want to avoid those links that are going on in the chat, 2 hot singles here in the second inning in Forest Park. Back to the top of the lineup, and here comes Brewer. Brewer hits that one over to the right side. Tailing slides. Did he get his hands under it? He did. What a catch there by Steph. Good tag by Cochran to get over to third. But that's not the story on that one, as Steph went sliding, made the catch. Did not look like he got his hands under it, but my goodness, what good ball control to keep that ball off the ground. So here's Johnson, 2 on, 2 outs. I know it's a bit further away on your screen, but I can't say enough how beautiful of a catch that was, as this one smoked into left field. Cochran's going to come in to score on the single for Johnson. So first and second, London coming up. Get this score box updated for you. One count here. London to the left side, over to Pops. Pops fields it cleanly, nowhere to throw. Looked at third, looked at second, nobody at second. Wouldn't have had time at first. So now the base is juiced with 2 outs on the no play for London. Pops fielded it cleanly, had plenty of time to make a play, just did not, as that pump fake to third really killed the 2 plays behind him. So here's bases loaded, 2 outs. Hits it to the right side at the first base. Mike down to a knee, makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the base is loaded, but only 1 run coming across. And after 2 innings, Blueprint has a 3-run lead, 4-1. Hexx coming up in the top of the 3rd. As I mentioned, here's your field for the 2022 Forest Park 6-inch No Glove Nationals Tournament. Our buys, you can see Hexx with the number 7 seed. We have 8 ranked teams. The rest of the field will be drawn tomorrow, and then our play-in game, the final team, will be determined on July 26th between Dirty 38s, Good Program, Snappers, and Splash. You can see that chart over at the No Glove Nationals Facebook page at No Glove Nationals, or over on the Park District of Forest Park Facebook page at PDOFP. There's a good strike there from Wise to Steph, who's leading off the number 10 hitter for Hexx. Hits this one high, fly ball to left. Rivers under it, chasing it back, makes the catch. Kind of a casual jog to it, then hit that next gear and slowed down after he was under it. So deep fly out there for Steph, and that's a quick first, and Pop's coming up. Hits this one just over the hands of Cochran. Good air there from Cochran. Almost made the catch, but it just floated right out of his reach. So that's a 1-out single for Pops, and we're back to the top of the lineup. Second baseman Brian coming up. Hits this one up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Steps on second. Fires to first. A good throw would have had him, but Brian reaches first on the fielder's choice. So the lead out pops is out at second. Brian reaches on the fielder's choice. Now there's 2 outs, 1 on for Jordan. Reached on an error in the first and scored. Jordan hits a deep fly ball. That's going to find the left center gap. Let's see if it gets some legs and runs. Jordan coming around third, and there's going to be no play at home. As the catcher says he got all of that one. Saw that one in the gap. Sometimes you see him start tailing as soon as it starts rising, but that ball just kept going in the gap, and not much that Rivers or Brewer could do to cut that one off. So here's Al after the 2-run home run from Jordan. That one off the hand of the third baseman. That's going to be a fair ball. Kicked over into foul territory, but it was touched in fair territory. That's Specian who almost made the catch. As Al gets a runner. So it's a double for the catcher, and the pitcher coming up. Flew out to center in his first at bat. This one hit over to left field, and Rivers dries his hands, makes the catch, and that's a third out. But Hexx is able to put 2 across and cut that deficit to 1 run. Have a little fun here with the camera. Watch the pitcher during his warm-up. We've got ourselves a 4-3 ball game. Blueprint with a 1-run lead right now. Left fielder Rivers, who made the last out last inning, leading off this inning. The score is Blueprint 4, Hexx 3, This one hit up the middle to Jordan. Jordan fires it over to first for the first out. So 10-3 out for Rivers. Now batting is number 8. Smith, the right fielder, with a single in the first inning. As they reposition short center over to the right side. We've got Mike in center field and Jordan in short center field. So a good Mike-Jordan combo up the middle. This one chopped over to the left side in front of Ben. Let's see if he looks at second. He does look at second, but a good throw in by Ben keeps Smith at first base. So we got Mike Jordan for Hexx. They have London at short center for Blueprint, but no Bridges in center field. It's Brewer. That one fouled off to the left side, gets some backspin, works its way out of play. Wise set in the box. This one popped up to the pitcher, Tom. It hits the ground. Tom goes to first. He throws it away. Pitcher dropped the ball. Coach for Hexx thinking that that one required a tag up, as it looked like Tom had the ball, but that one squirted out of his hands. Made the play at first because Smith wasn't far off the base yet. So he was trying to catch Wise at first and then get that lead out in Smith. But a bad throw over to first leaves 2 on now with 1 out, and Cochran coming up. A good throw would have had him at first, and Smith was not far off of first base at all, so they probably would have been able to get him over at second as well. But them's the breaks sometimes in this quick-moving game. We've got first and second, 1 out. As the Hexx coach with a big smile on his face apologizing to Oscar. Thought his pitcher caught it. A lot happening in front of the play. Like I said, Tom got his hands on it, but that one squirted out. Cochran to the right side. Brian makes the catch, throws it over to first, and that's a double play. So 1 play later, Hexx is able to get the double play on the line out to Brian. Brian fires it over to Mike to end the inning. So after 3 innings, Blueprint clings on to a 1-run lead. Heading into the top of the 4th. Nice line out backdoor double play for the Blueprint defense. Started by the second baseman, Brian. So here's Wise ready to pitch to Eric, the extra hitter. Tomahawks this one over his head. And I've got to say, today has probably been the most tomahawk swings I've seen in a long time. If you want to join in on the fun, you can chat with us, chat with our viewers over on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you're lucky and you have something good, we'll pop it up on the screen, have some fun, give some shout outs, do whatever we can. So 1-1 count here to the leadoff hitter. Hit over to the left side. That one tailing foul. That one just kind of drifted and floated until it was in foul territory. Top of the 4th inning, 4-3 Blueprint with the lead. This one hit up the middle into the waiting hands of London for the out. Here's the center fielder, Mike, coming up. Looks like he's wearing a Hexx shirt. Looks like he's got the Joker on it with Hexx written in multiple colors in that almost Comic Sans-like Joker font, the scratch font, as I like to call it. Cochran looks back at Oscar. Thought that was a good pitch. That one a little bit deep. Looks back again. Always love the dialogue between the catchers and the umpire the entire game. As Mike hits a high fly ball to left, Rivers under it, and the sure-handed left fielder with another catch. The first 2 hitters are down for Hexx, and Mike, the first baseman, looks to keep this inning alive. Mike with the all-black motif, black cleats, black socks up mid-shin, black shorts, black shirt, black hat. Takes a ball right off the heart of the plate. There's a strike. This one hit over to the left side. Rivers ranging in, makes the catch up against his stomach for the third out. So that's 2 flyouts to left to end the inning. After the top of the fourth, Blueprint with a 1-run lead coming up. You know, something we're not going to touch on too much here, but with all the families and teams out here having fun, just want to send all of our thoughts and well wishes to anyone involved or affected by what happened this 4th of July over in Highland Park. We're not too far from there. I grew up not too far from there, played sports with a lot of people from there. Obviously, a very heavy thing to happen. You know, the last thing you want to hear, but I just wanted to make sure we touched on that. Being a park district, we have a lot of events, major events. We had to cancel our 4th of July event. But just wanted to send all of our well wishes and let everyone know we hope you're doing okay. If you're listening, if you know someone, this one hit over to short center. Jordan makes the catch. But that's really all about that. Just wanted to put that out there. Obviously not something easy going on right now. But back to the game, the Blueprint third baseman stepping up to the plate, single in the second inning. There's a strike. I see some people sharing well wishes in the chat as well. All I can say really is just, you know, be excellent to each other. Be good to each other. This one grounded over to third. Ranging back, makes the throw across. A good throw there from the third baseman, Rob, to catch the number 10 hitter for Blueprint. We cycle back to the top of the lineup. Good job by Rob. I thought with his momentum carrying him back towards the outfield, he was not going to be able to get a lot on that throw. Thought it was going to be a hot dog throw over there, but he put plenty of mustard on that bad boy. Here comes Brewer. Brewer 1 for 2 on the evening. At-bats in the first and second inning. Singled in the first, flew out to right in the second. That one hit just foul, about a foot foul of the line. Blueprint clinging to a 1-run lead right now. Got to believe they'd like to give themselves some cushion knowing how skilled this Hexx team is. Just noticed now I was mentioning the center fielder, Mike's shirt. If this inning continues, as we get a walk right there for Brewer. See if I can zoom in enough to make out the pitcher's T-shirt when he turns around. It's going to be just a little bit far. So unfortunately, no, maybe on the warm-ups, trying to get that Joker shirt for you. This one a high fly ball to left. Ben's ranging over. Is that one going to stay fair? It's just foul as it bounces off a spectator trying to get out of the way. That ball only about a foot foul. Looked like it carried, drifted left hard at the last second. Otherwise, that ball would have landed just fair. But a good call there by the umpire, Oscar. As the pitcher, Tom, says, that ball was crushed, absolutely, but just a long strike for Blueprint, nothing doing. Hits this one, high fly ball to center, not as far. Ben's going to actually go as that one drifts over to the left center gap to make the third out. So Johnson flies out to left. Blueprint unable to get anything across after 4 innings. They hold on to a 1-run lead. Hexx coming up. Eight, 9, 10 coming up for Hexx. We've got Rob, Ben, and Steph, followed by Pops. Come on, y'all. Get two pigs right here. So Wise gets ready to pitch to Rob. Lots of backspin on that one. Oscar calls it a little deep. Lefty catcher checks with the umpire just to make sure. Strike call from Oscar. Having fun with puns over in the Twitch chat. Like I said, if you want to join us, we've got a live chat open on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Lots of fun to be had there during the game as this one drilled into center field. Brewer ranging back with a little hop, makes a catch for the first out. So the left fielder, Ben, who's had a busy day, stepping up to the plate. Feel free. I know we had a request. It gets a little quiet between innings in that 10 to 15 second gap. If you've got any questions you'd like answered or any stories you'd like told as Ben hits this one, pushes it to the left side, lands just in front of Rivers for the opposite field single. If you've got any questions or stories or anything like that you'd like to hear, we'll fill up the time in between the innings, have a little bit of fun. So here's Steph, the right fielder. Flew out to left his last time up in the 3rd inning. Curls, unwinds on that one, hits a hard ball to second, bobbled by Riley. And as much as that looked like a routine ground ball, I'm not sure if you saw Steph swing. He absolutely coiled up and uncoiled, and that ball, when it skipped off the dirt, gained a lot of speed. Not much Riley could do with it, but a good job keeping it in front. So runners on first and second, 1 out. Here's Pops, who hit a liner into right. Pops hits this one over to second. Let's see if he can redeem himself. Nobody covering first. So Riley fields it cleanly. Nobody on the bases. Riley trying to tell Oscar that ball may have hit Steph, but it looked like he cleared it. 1 out, bases loaded, back to the top of the lineup, and here's Brian. You see a comment about White Sox base running. Where were you when you saw the first ever 8-5 triple play in Major League history? There's a strike to Brian. It's just one of those things you have to shake your head and laugh at. Obviously, if you're a Sox fan, it hurts a little bit to see, but hey, you're a part of history now, right? No one else can be first. As Brian takes a ball deep. Got a time. They're going to talk to Wise a little bit. London and Wise talking strategy. Look to see if they go for a backdoor pickoff. Brian hits a pop-up to second base. Riley makes the catch. Blueprint calls time. That's 2 outs on the pop-out from Brian. So Jordan has the bases loaded, hit a home run in the third. Looking to recreate some of that magic. Turns on this one, hits it to the left side. If that one stays fair, it's dangerous. It lands foul by just a couple inches. Oscar running out to make the call. That ball very close, but very clearly foul from up here where we are. Literal couple inches away from being a fair ball and probably a 3-run scored. Blueprint getting reset. So grounded over to Riley. Riley fields it cleanly, throws it over to first. Jordan hustling down the line. A very, very close play, but Riley gets the out. And after a bobbled ball by Riley, you got to believe that feels good. To end that inning with no runs scored, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Blueprint leading 4-3. Want to thank everyone for joining us on twitch.tv/PDOFP, on Facebook at PDOFP, on Twitter at PD Forest Park, and on YouTube at the Park District of Forest Park YouTube channel. Got our 54th annual No Glove Nationals tournament coming up July 28th through the 31st. You can find all of that information on the No Glove Nationals Facebook page at No Glove Nationals. Playing games July 26th on Tuesday. I'll be calling those, as well as 16-inch or Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame induction day, Tuesday, July 26th. As London leading this one off for Blueprint. Induction day includes a ceremony at 5, a plaque reveal at 5:30, and then this one grounded over to third. Rob fields it, fires it across, but a good job by London hustling down the line as he beats out that single. Oscar chasing it down. But as I was saying, plaque reveal at 5:30 and the induction game on field 1 right here at 6 o'clock. I'll be calling that game before the play-in games. That's 3 additional games. Like I said, we'll have about 30 games here on field 1 by the time it's all said and done. So if you love 16-inch softball, this is the place to be July 28th through the 31st, as well as July 26th. It's going to be me talking a lot, though, so if you love 16-inch softball, you better really love it because you're going to have to listen to me for a long time, folks. So here's Brownlow, hits this one to the right side. Steph gets under it, makes the catch, gets it back in for the out. The 1 out, Rivers is up. He's been busy in left field. That one hit the plate. Catcher Al confirming. Oscar had to process that one for a second. That's a ball inside. I like that description. The catcher said it was a little thick when it hit the plate. You could hear it. Brian with a nice job knocking it down with one hand. He's going to get the lead runner at second. What a play from Brian. That ball was absolutely smoked up the middle. He stuck out his right hand, almost grabbed it, knocked it down, flipped it to second for the out. What a play there. So Rivers is going to reach on the fielder's choice after a beautiful play from Brian. So Smith comes up, 2 singles on the day for him. Looking to keep that going, hits this one up the middle to Jordan. Jordan steps on second for the 3rd out. So that's 10 unassisted. And after 5 innings, Blueprint still with a 1-run lead. It's been neck and neck since the 3rd inning. Both teams with a couple big innings, but after that, they've been playing some pretty even softball. Some scoring opportunities for both squads in Hexx and Blueprint. Both teams unable to get anything across. So Al leading off here for Hexx. Looking to tie this one up and then take the lead. Hexx had a lead early in the game in the 1st inning for all but 1/2 inning, and then Blueprint took the lead and haven't looked back. Neither team really adding on to the scoring, though, as Al hits this one over to Brewer in center field for the out. That's 1 down, and the pitcher, Tom, stepping up. There's a good pitch there from Wise. This one hit over to the right side, fielded cleanly, fired over to first. First baseman can't hold the bag or the ball. As Tom finds himself on first. The ball Riley fielded cleanly, then looked like he rushed the throw just a little bit, pulling Cochran off the base. This one hit up the middle, off the chest of London. London steps on second. He's going to be out is Tom. That's a fielder's choice there for Eric. And I believe Cochran's actually catching. So 2 outs. The center fielder, Mike, coming up. Line out and a fly out, both to left field. Low scoring game right now between 2 No Glove Nationals participants. As I mentioned, Hexx with a number 7 seed. We'll figure out with the draw where Blueprint's playing, what their first game is. As Mike hits this one to left field again, just in front of Rivers. Eric thought about taking third, but wisely held. It's runners on first and second with 2 outs, and another Mike coming up. First baseman Mike with a single in the second, a fly out in the 4th. Got a nail biter right now in the top of the 6th here in Forest Park. Ball inside. That one drifted just a bit on Wise. It's this one, fly ball to center. Brewer coming in. Brewer makes the catch, and that's 3 outs. So another quiet inning for Hexx, whose bats have been put under a spell since the 4th inning. Blueprints coming up. Here comes the pitcher, Wise, leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Wise, Cochran, Riley. Give a special shout out this evening to our Ranger on duty, Joel Zavala, helps run the softball leagues, has been an integral part to these broadcasts for myself. As that one hit to the left side, Ben comes in, makes the catch. I want to give a big thanks to Joel for all his help, gets me the lineups so I can get these roster cards filled out. He doesn't write them though, so just know that my comments about handwriting have nothing to do with him. But we appreciate you, Joel. As Cochran hits this one to the left side, Ben once again to it quickly. Let's see if Ben can complete the trifecta as Riley coming up. Riley's lined out to left and hit one to short center right at Jordan. I know after this game, we've got a matchup between Brick and Hexx here on field 1 at 9:15. This one hit to the left side, pops under it, makes the catch, and a quick 1-2-3 inning. As we head into the 7th. So Hexx chasing one, needs to score here. Yeah, the 9:15 game, we won't be broadcasting it, but it is between Brick and Hexx. Brick also getting a berth into the tournament. So they're unranked. They're another team that will need a little luck of the draw. For those of you getting geared up for No Glove Nationals time, we've got games that start at 11 p.m. We've got games that start at 8 p.m. So when I say I will be on air a lot, I will be on air a lot. It's going to be a busy week for the greatest tournament around, the greatest teams around, and the greatest action around. The greatest game on dirt, 16-inch softball. Getting ready for the No Glove Nationals tournament here in Forest Park. This one hit to center field right at Brewer. Rob with the quick first out. So after this game, we'll do a quick little debrief, talk about the tournament, talk about next week. Ben coming up. Ben with a single. Had the last out of the 2nd inning as well. That ball a little bit deep. Impressive spin by Wise. You can see that ball as it's in the air. The way it's moving. Scooting. Ben hits this one to the left side just in front of Rivers. That one bounces off the chest of Rivers, and that's going to be a single for Ben. So that's the guy that matters right now. Hexx chasing one. Needs to get Ben across to score, tie this one up. Otherwise, it's curtains for Hexx as they get ready for their next matchup against Brick after this one. This one hit up the middle to Brownlow. Steps on short, over to first for the out. So bingo, bango, bongo. We've got ourselves a double play to end this one. as Blueprint comes away with a one-run lead, or one-run victory. Wow, that one was very hard to say for a second. You know, Hexx scored a run in the first inning, scored 2 more in the third, but Blueprint put 3 across in the first inning, 1 in the second. And that's all the scoring for this game. We saw a great defensive battle between these two teams. One of those bend but don't break types of games where both teams had base runners, both teams had plenty of opportunities, but they were not able to capitalize at the end. So that's going to do it for our ball games tonight. We saw a matchup in the first game of 2 tournament teams, Moneyline and Pharaohs. Moneyline with the victory. And then after that game, this one we just saw Hexx and Blueprint, also 2 tournament teams, with Blueprint securing the 1-run victory. We'll be right back with a broadcast for men's Major League Softball Mondays and Wednesdays here at the Park District of Forest Park, starting at 6:45 Monday, July 11th, with a matchup between Shooters and Smackout, followed by an 8 p.m. matchup between Brick and Smackout. So once again, we've got ourselves some tournament teams in those 2 games. So if you want to see a little sneak peek of some of the action that'll be going on at the 54th annual No Glove Nationals tournament here at the Park District of Forest Park, definitely tune in on Monday. We'll be live on twitch.tv/PDOFP, on YouTube at the Park District of Forest Park channel, over on Twitter at PD Forest Park, and then over on Facebook at PDOFP. And then once tournament time starts, we'll also be streaming live on the No Glove Nationals page at No Glove Nationals. 54th annual No Glove Nationals tournament, July 28th through the 31st, with play-in games starting on Tuesday, July 26th. Those are games between Dirty 38s, Good Program, Snappers, and Splash. We've also got Hall of Fame Induction Day, Tuesday, July 26th, with the ceremony at 5 o'clock, the plaque reveal at 5:30, and then the Hall of Fame induction game on Field 1 here at 6 p.m. on July 26th. I will be calling that game as a warm-up for the play-in games as we get ready for the greatest tournament around, the 54th annual No Glove Nationals tournament. Once again, a shout-out also to our friends at the Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame, new board members Kendall P. Funk Green and Jeremy Lofrano. Excited to see what you guys do with the 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame. Shout-out to our friends over at the 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame. But that's going to do it for us here tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us over at PDOFP on Facebook. Shoot us a message, whether it's about future broadcasts, the tournament, or anything in between. If you've got some questions about Park District of Forest Park programming, I'm your guy. I'm the man behind the PDOFP page. I've got answers for you. You've got questions. We've got answers. We're not Motel 6. We're slightly better. So we'd like to see you join us here next Monday. But that's going to do it for all my time tonight here this Wednesday evening at the Park District of Forest Park. I'm Adam Cumby. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week, everyone. I'll see you on Monday.